Welcome to Through the Rough, a place where real life people share the real life experiences that have shaped us into who we are today.
Welcome back to part 4 of Drew's story titled The Why.
And then, but recently I came to the realization that had I not done that in the early, because it was a deal where like we were camping and I let her use my phone for something and she went through my messages on Instagram and found some of the messages I was talking to this girl in California that I had known from a Facebook group back in the day that actually got my original Facebook profile banned because I was posting nudes in a nude group that was supposed to be a private nude group and Facebook didn't like that. So yeah, so I lost my original Facebook. That's why my Facebook says like 2017 or 18 or whatever as far as my profile goes. The only thing I wish I could get my pictures back, but they won't even give me that.
Really? Won't let you download anything?
Nope, nope, it's fucking
They're
gone.
like, these are our nudes now?
Yeah, well, all the other pictures that weren't nudes
We're posting your nudes online. We're going to charge you to look at them.
are out there, whatever.
They're my nudes.
Yeah, right? It's my property. That's PP.
That is my balls. Those are my balls. I want them
Mhm.
back.
So, and she went through my phone when she had it and found it and lost her shit and whatnot, and I talked her out of it, and it's been a pretty tumultuous ride ever since. And she did some shit too with a guy that she met at a WIPO conference, and so it's not just
At
it
a
hasn't
what?
just been a WIPO conference. It's a Young People and Alcoholics Anonymous conference.
Okay.
They happen all over the country. States do them. There's national ones. And
I'd never heard of that.
she was texting him and whatnot, and so we'd both done our shit, right?
Yeah.
We were both fucked up, probably because we never really been in healthy relationships. We were just operating modus operandi, like the normal shit that we normally do,
Yeah.
and that's where we end up. That'd be the only thing that would be that,
Yeah.
because she didn't deserve it.
So you regret the fact that she found, or you regret the fact that
That
you
I
were
did
even
it.
toying around in
That I did it.
wheelhouse?
She can find whatever she wants to find, and I'm okay with that, right? Because that's just the consequences of my actions coming back to me.
Yeah.
Right, and us as adults, when we're looking at a choice or a decision that we have to make, it's not the actual decision or choice that we're making the decision about. We're deciding which set of consequences are we more okay with.
Yeah.
What you're willing to deal with.
Exactly.
The path of least resistance, the
Yeah.
easiest way,
Yeah.
not always necessarily the right thing.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, I could talk to this chick and she could find out and then she could leave me, or I could not talk to this chick, but she could still leave me. Or if she never finds out, she won't leave me. Or right, it's
Mhm.
like risk versus reward.
Rationalizing.
Well, like I try to tell my kid that all the time. Like you knew what was going to happen if you did this. If you fucked with something that wasn't yours, you were going to lose your phone. You made that decision. You said that it was okay to lose your phone, and he's still trying to deal with that concept and understand it fully. But it's a good one.
Well, it's a hard, I mean, some adults still don't recognize that concept, you know?
So how did she, the first time you say she saved your life?
Oh, she.
Is this
So I got
literal
I got
or
this scar on my foot, on my shin here. It looks like a little dot. I was playing slow pitch softball, and I took a softball to the shin. Remember when we used to do that?
yeah. Had the best throw of my life playing softball with Drew, and I fell down when I threw it, but man, did I throw that fucking softball from outfield all the way to home plate.
Yeah. It was down. Took a hard line drive to my shin, and whatever. Had a little bump there. No big deal. Apparently, that ball had impregnated some of that dirt into my skin, and I got an infection.
Really?
Yeah, and me being a good farm boy,
Brush it off.
whatever, it didn't hurt really bad. And then
Yeah.
I showed my now wife. We weren't married yet. In the kitchen to her house, and she was like, "What the fuck? You need to get this looked at," because she would like push the skin and then let go, and it would stay yellow.
Yeah.
Like, you know how when you do
Yeah.
What's that
the
called, Lindsay?
hydration test or whatever, it's like
Well,
What is that called?
it's like a reflex thing or like
I don't know the
retention.
I know what you're
term for
talking
it.
about.
And it would stay yellow or white for a minute. So there was no circulation going. Like it was just all the way up my leg,
Yeah, that's not
almost to
good.
my knee.
Meaning there's no blood
Oh,
flow going back
yeah,
to it.
I wasn't. Oh, yeah, I was gonna eventually get it checked out or whatever. She's like, no, you need to go to a fucking clinic now. So I think I got a appointment for the next day, and they cut out like I got a video on my phone. They cut out like this big old cyst that had formed.
Really?
And squeezed the shit out of it.
How long had that been since the baseball hit you versus you had it cut
like
out?
a couple weeks, 3 weeks.
That quick?
Yeah, yeah, it was
You,
nuts.
you didn't even
You
look at
developed-
it.
Yeah, no, I didn't. It didn't clock, dude. But she's
Yeah.
a nurse, right?
You
So
developed an abscess?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But she wasn't. She was studying to be a nurse at the time, and then she knew exactly what was going on. I didn't. Whatever. It's a boo boo. It'll get better.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm,
Yep.
I
I
did. I hear that one a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and
Like,
then,
I'll deal with that. I'll be fine.
yeah. Well, and then I asked her to marry me, like March 2018. Then we got married in April 2018, April 24th.
Wow.
Perfect day, right?
What's April 20th?
From Miss Congeniality. I'd say my perfect day would be April 24th because it's not too hot. It's not,
Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got you.
Whatever day that is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and we didn't do a ceremony or anything. We just
So-
got married at a church that we were at a meeting at, a
Yeah.
AA meeting with a bunch of friends and whatnot. It was super dope. The ordained person had a hand. They had a broken hand, so they had a sock puppet over it. It was very on brand. Giving our vows to a sock puppet. And then so we had my kid's birthday, her graduation party, and our wedding anniversary, our like wedding party on the
It
same
was-
day after we bought this house in Bellevue, and then like a housewarming thing too.
Yeah.
it was super dope. But then she and then we had some problems with some shit that we had worked out. I ended up leaving for like 6 months, like a separation, and then came back.
How long after you were married did that happen?
I say it was 2019. It was
No
like a year.
So within the first year of your marriage.
alcohol involved in that?
No, just untreated mental stuff. Both our side, for both of us, just inability to communicate and getting angry for no reason and shit like that.
Was
So,
that defensive stance?
yeah, stuff we're still working out, just not as bad. But it took 6 months. I couldn't handle it anymore, so I just left it for Christmas and came back and we went camping not too long after. And I was hanging out with my buddy Zach, and he cut my hand with a fillet knife. We were cutting some fish up. And the night I went to bed, and then the next morning I woke up, my back hurt. Well, I hurt my back a long time ago. Like,
Yeah.
I got a bulge in my disc and whatnot. And usually it's just Percocet and cyclobenzaprine. Give it a week, you're good to go. Well, that wasn't the case this time. So she's got a travel job right now at this time in the story, where she's got to go to Kansas City. She's working as a case manager for workman's comp cases. So she's got to go to Kansas City for a week or two sometimes. And she's done in Kansas City. I get home from work. I'm out of my pain meds that the doctor gave me after the first visit. I was laying on the floor trying to do some stretches, like the normal stretches that I would normally do to fix this, because it's like a core strength problem.
Yeah.
Do some exercises and then it gets better. Well, I do that and it gets worse, and I can't get up. Like, I can't get up. The pain in that part of my back is too great, and it's like hot, like a hot knife in like right in my spine. Anytime I try to sit up, I could roll, right, as long as I kept my spine straight. I laid there awake for probably 9 hours,
Really?
Wow.
just on the floor of the living room. Nobody's home. My kid's at my grandparents because Amy's out of town. I call her at I wait till like 7 in the morning. I call her, ask her what to do, and then call my father-in-law, who's the fucking greatest human you've ever met. If you ever get a chance to meet, he's the fucking literally coolest dude you ever. Straight up, he did like 20 years in the military, in the Air Force, and then he did 20 years as like an elevator technician,
Yeah.
and now he just inspects elevators like a part-time gig.
Right on.
Yeah, it's dope. He does like woodworking and shit. So I fucking grit my teeth and I crawl up into the chair, and I've never experienced 10 out of 10 pain before. Holy fuck. I'm crying. I'm screaming. I'm fucking a wet noodle, dude. And then I get in that chair and I find that spot. It's like I'm still sitting at like a 7, 8 on the pain scale, but
But
it's
you
not
can
10.
still breathe now.
Yeah, the exponential curve, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing with pain. So Hof gets over there, and my father-in-law, Hof, he does a quick assessment. We call the ambulance, and they boogie board me out the fucking door, and I'm talking 6 firefighters from my fucking 300-pound ass on the hardboard, and it's fucking just pain the whole way down. And they take me to UNMC, or no, they take me to Midlands, and I'm screaming at pain, and they think I'm just a drug seeker. Not because any of that shit's in my history, but just because of the way they can't. There's nothing on the test. There's
Yeah.
nothing showing up on the scans. Whatever. And then like, I've been in pain for fucking almost 24 hours at this point in time, and they give me some Dilaudid, and I immediately pass out.
They give you what?
Some Dilaudid pain
That
med.
is.
It's like an IV pain med, and I immediately pass out, go to sleep, and so they're like, "Fuck this guy, get him out." And I go home, and I ended up back in the hospital like 2 or 3 days later. Just same thing, just excruciating pain in my back, can't do anything, and go to UNMC, and they just scan me. They do all the things. They don't know why you have this pain in your back. They're kind of not believing me, kind of believing me. Give me some pain meds, and I get a little bit better. But they don't give me any like solution other than pain meds. So I go back to work for like another day or two, and then I stop, and it comes back, and then I go back, and then they're like, "Oh," they take another scan. Well, I get to the hospital. This poor nurse. I get to the hospital, and it's the worst it's ever been. And she puts me in this fucking wheelchair. And like, if you've ever had any back problems, sitting is like the worst
Yeah.
thing that you could be doing. She puts me in a fucking wheelchair, and I immediately start screaming and sobbing, like uncontrollable, like almost rage crying at the amount of pain. And I'm so sorry. And she fucking hauls me back to the room and gets me into the bed all by herself. And I lay there. It's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, and then we go do the MRI, and they find this fucking grapefruit-sized infection in my spinal cord
What?
on
They
an
didn't see that.
on an MRI scan.
Did they do a CTs or anything
It was
before that?
it was an MRI scan. The first MRI scan, you can see it, but they couldn't see it like they could on the second scan.
And do you think it's because it developed more, maybe?
It definitely developed
Okay.
more. It was about the size of like a racquetball the first time,
Okay.
and then it turned into an orange or a grapefruit, and then it was obvious. You got an infection. We gotta fix that.
And it's applying all this pressure on your nerves.
Yeah.
And an infection in the spine is
It was
you don't
an
want to fuck
infection
around
in
with that.
that disc that I had blown or bulged 10 years ago, right? And I took FMLA from work. They didn't pay for anything, no short term. We should have sued that company, but whatever. They were kind of shitty, but I was pretty, and Amy will tell you, I was pretty zonked out. I was just not, I was on so many pain meds that I just wasn't there at all for like from September till November, from August to November. Because it was just, I went to the hospital 3 separate times for about 22 days total in that time frame.
Yeah.
UNMC fucked up I had a PICC line going straight to my heart so I could self-administer antibiotics at home. And then they changed my meds like after 2 days. And after those 2 days on the meds they gave me, I was feeling pretty good, right? And they found some fucking bullshit cat scratch fever pinged on a test, and they changed my meds, and I went downhill fast. I'm a fucking farm kid.
Yeah.
My earliest picture is me in diapers on top of a wood pile holding a cat scratching the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
You know, like that's gonna pop.
Yeah.
And we told them all that shit, and they're like, "Oh, we're still gonna try this." Oh, fuck you guys, okay. 3 days on the new meds. My wife, I'm not there. I'm on the border of septic, she says. I don't really remember any of this. It's just like hearsay almost. But I'm getting septic from the infection because the meds they put me on aren't doing shit. And I'm just like, nah. Just fucking laying
Yeah.
there like, whatever. I got my pain meds.
I'm good. Just,
Yeah.
no, you're not.
My pupils are all fucked up. I'm not responding to her. If she didn't get me to the hospital, I probably wouldn't have made it through the night. Because like she took me to the good hospital where she works. And funny enough, when I went to college, there was this football player. His name was Dan Jacobson. And that motherfucker was my doctor.
Like-
Yeah. So I got to make amends to him for being a shitty football player. That motherfucker took care of me, dude.
Yeah.
And if you hear this, man, you're fucking you're the bomb. You're a good doctor, bro. Straight up. Found
Oh.
your calling. He gave a fuck, right? He checked in. It was great.
Did
Then-
he recognize you? Like, did he?
Oh, yeah, he knew. I didn't. My wife had been telling me about this guy for a minute, and I just couldn't place him until I get there with all this shit going on. It's like, oh, dude.
You're like, I remember you.
I
I know
remember
who you
drinking
are.
with you at the frat party and getting all this shit. And so I'm there for like 8 days while they pump me full of these better meds, and they couldn't get my pain down. Like I'm on like 300 plus of like various pain meds like oxy and hydros and opioids and whatever. And then they got me on this Lyrica, which is like a gabapentin but not. And I went from like a 7 to a 4, and it was just like
You finally-
the heavens opened up, dude.
Yeah.
Like being able to walk around without like, other than like, I mean, I've lost 60 pounds at this point in time. I'm like 100. I'm like 240. And I'm normally not 240. I haven't been 240 since 6th grade, you know, just from being sedentary.
Mhm.
I've logged I don't know how many hours playing League of Legends on my laptop at the hospital. And they finally get me on the set. And within like, I think I took my PICC line out like the day before Thanksgiving. And obviously by then they had fired me from my job and all that.
Which is
Even on medical leave.
Yeah, like the day my FMLA ran out, you're unable to perform your essential job duties. We're gonna let you go. I was like, well, fuck you guys.
you're like, I'm still
Yeah.
in the hospital.
Yeah. And then I started work. This guy Paul recruited me to work at Rikers, and that's where I'm at now. I've been there as longest I ever had a job was 3 years, and I just hit my 3-year anniversary there, and I love the fucking place so much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, they're good
Yeah.
people. Good people. That's half the battle, is finding good people to work with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God, I worked with so many
Company
assholes.
culture, man, makes a big goddamn
Dude,
difference
yeah.
for a
It
guy's
really
And,
does.
life.
and they got their quirks and whatnot, but if it doesn't come down to the employee, man, it does. Like they care. They give a shit as long as you tell them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that dude, and then I've never felt fear like that either. Being home after that and starting the tapering off of the pain meds.
Yeah, because that's something that can become very, very easily addicting.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the addiction part. I was completely in fear of the pain coming back
Yeah.
because it was literally the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It's right there in the middle of my back and it affects everything.
Yeah.
Immobile, paralyzed, like that happens in real life. And you're somewhere not at home, you're dead. You're gonna die, right? And when I stopped taking the one, and God, I was so fucking scared that it would come back. And there was like one day where I was like, up, up, up. It was like I had like a muscle cramp or something. Like, oh, I better go back up. And then, but my wife helped me out, and we got off of all those. And I did physical therapy, and that sucked, but it's physical therapy. Chiropractors are the devil, I'm just saying. Have you watched any of those videos about chiropractors, dude? It's basically like a charlatan witch art thing.
Yeah.
I mean, each to his own, but I don't believe him.
Me
Just
neither.
gonna say it like that. I mean,
No.
there are people who do. I mean, go ahead, believe them.
Dude, my wife went to one, and she fucked her neck up so bad after that.
Oh.
It just freaks me out.
Yeah, not physical therapy, dude. Just get them muscles working. My physical therapist. There was this big old girl from Central Nebraska. God, what was her name? She was awesome. Obviously played softball and basketball growing up in her small town. Just kicked my ass. I mean, she could probably throw me through a fucking wall if she wanted to. And then my other therapist was this skinny little kid from Kansas that was there from like an internship or whatever, and he was super dope. He wanted to like see my MRI scans and shit, and like he was cool to hang with too. But they whipped me back into shape, man. And like I went and got an X-ray, and like the literal best thing that could have happened with my back because the disc is gone, right? The
Yeah.
infection ate it. So what happens, right? Well, they either put a fake one in to
Mhm.
protect your spinal cord, or they do some other shit, or they fuse you like with pins and needles. Well, mine did an auto fuse, or my bones just
Grew together.
magically started growing together.
Wow, because those are both very extensive surgeries.
My wife had a fusion in her spine. Like she was the last surgery before they shut them down for COVID.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And luckily, I was working with the union at the time because her surgery was $143,000.
Oh my.
And we paid $1,430 out of pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, benefits are about the only good things unions have to bring to the table, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my back auto fused, and I still got a decent amount of flexibility and whatnot, but it doesn't hurt anymore. I can still lift heavy shit sometimes. I need to go back to the gym, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But that fear of pain, holy shit, my God, ugh. That sucked. Well, and like the whole time being alcoholic and like, I'm taking fucking pain meds and opioids and all this shit. Like that never phased me
Yeah.
because the obsession isn't there for me. God took it. It's gone. It's not a thing. It's a moot point, right? And I never even thought about taking them like one extra or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. And it's I haven't had a legitimate thought about drinking or doing drugs or any of that shit for probably over 10 years. You know.
That's good to hear.
It's good.
And that's all. There's always a caveat with that shit, right?
Yeah.
If you quit doing the work, it comes back, right? Just like we were talking about, grace has a time limit.
Yeah.
You don't want to test that. The fuse is always burning. My dad's favorite line is, "Alcoholism's in the parking lot, doing push-ups, waiting for you,
Yeah.
just waiting for you."
Never gonna let you go.
Yeah, exactly,
It's always watching from behind the tree like that creepy guy.
dude, for sure, for sure. So that was the most recent, like, fucking terrible thing, rough thing. God, that was bad.
Yeah, that
Dude.
sounds awful.
Dude,
Like-
and like, luckily I had my grandma died. I say luckily because she left a bunch of us a bunch of money as grandkids, so we were able to use that to like pay bills and shit. And we still have a lot of debt as a result of it because go from making 150,000 down to 75,000 as a couple. It's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What do we do? But then then we bought a house in Ralston, which is dope. Our baby came along. But basically, when we made Athena when my back was better. Finally, it was like January-ish. She's born in October, so it's right around there.
Feel like yourself again.
Basically, that's when that happened. So she's been amazing.
Touching on like your
So that
daughter.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Touching on your daughter a little bit and your alcoholism, and it is proven that alcoholism is hereditary. Do you fear that for your own child?
Oh, yeah, and my kid too, my boy,
Yeah,
because his parents were his genetic parents are alcoholic too.
yeah,
But there's a lot of evidence of nurture versus nature,
yeah,
and obviously vice versa. So the chips are gonna land where the chips land, and all we can do is do the best we can with what we got to work with. We're not gonna like shield them.
yeah.
They're gonna be allowed to experience stuff as they want to experience stuff, but we're gonna try to put ourselves in places where we're able to support them through those decisions and answer any questions that they have, because that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, as parents, we're the support and guide. We can't do it for them,
Right.
but you can be there to help guide them as best you can, and then it's still up to them to make their own decisions.
All you can do is be a coach.
Yeah.
You're either going to be a championship caliber coach, or you're going to get them to the playoffs, or you're just a shitty coach like Scott Frost was.
Participation awards all around.
Yeah,
baby.
all around, baby. Here's the purple one. Here's the purple one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's all you can do as a parent is be a good coach and use your own life experience to kind of help guide. But like the resistance factor, the harder you push, the more resistance you get, and it's a tough balance.
Oh yeah, my dad was always one of those dudes like, "You're better than that fucking kid. You get in there and you show him how much better you are." And he knew. And there was a couple of times in my life where I was able to. It was really weird, like where I was able to like exceed my physical capabilities due to X, Y, or Z or whatever. Like that was a couple of weird times, like running sprints in college football. I was running sprints at the same time as the quarterbacks and wide receivers were, which is like 14 seconds for a 100-yard dash, and the O line, D line had to do it in like 18 or 19 seconds. But I was just keeping up with the quarterbacks and shit doing it. Don't know why. I just did.
If you're gonna ask something, whole ass it instead of half ass it. Right?
It wasn't. I mean, I was still in my alcoholism and not giving a fuck, but
Yeah.
I showed them, right? And apparently that pissed a bunch of people off because I was like lazy during practice, except for then.
And they're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, exactly. Work harder. Do better.
Here's a question going back to kind of the beginning or even the middle for that matter. But what signs did you or did others notice that indicated you were losing control as a result of alcohol? And then how did you respond to those signs at the time? Yeah, that's a great
Right,
example.
Yeah.
But like, is
I
that
start drinking. Well, it's just
yeah?
it doesn't come up again.
Yeah,
Maybe-
downplay it as best as you can.
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure that kind of like a used car salesman or a boss when a boss gives you a bullshit answer.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then you realize after you walk out of the room, like, hey, that was a fucking salesman answer. He didn't tell me shit.
yeah. Eat
Yeah.
more Tic Tacs in the morning, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you got to do.
And is it the same like if you, confronted, a significant other, do you work then to hide it even more?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what I felt like in my experience with an alcoholic is just when I confronted every time it got hidden more and then I would find the hiding more
Oh
and
yeah.
it just kept getting worse and worse.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then it's destroy the evidence, and then it's the martyrdom, right? That's the part of it that really like tears families apart is when the alcoholic tries to become the martyr.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't have to drink if you weren't snooping around all the damn time, or if you weren't treating me like this, or if you weren't
flipping the script, little gaslighting.
Oh, big time, dude. That's everything, everything to
Yeah.
make it not about
Not your
me
fault.
and about you.
Redirection, no accountability whatsoever.
You didn't do this, I wouldn't have to drink so much. If you didn't do this, it's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. But in the moment, the person the alcoholic is saying that to is just absorbing that, like, oh well, maybe there's some credence. Maybe there's some credence to it. I don't.
Yeah, because realistically, they don't really know because you are a
No.
master magician.
Yeah, exactly.
An illusion artist,
Yeah.
David Blaine,
Yeah.
with a bottle of OE in your hand.
Yeah, God. Yeah,
Or it was always downplayed. Like it's not that much.
yeah. It's not that
like,
much, or it's not that
I'm going out with
often.
my buddies.
I'm only gonna have a few.
Yeah. God, that was yeah.
I'm only gonna have a few. I'll be home at 11.
Yeah.
There's one time I I was gonna be home at 11 or 10 or something like that. Ended up, getting completely shit-faced and then, like, going to Come and Go to get this gas station to get, something to drink or whatever. Ended up just falling asleep in the car with the car running and woke up at, like, 6 or 7 in the morning
Oh my god.
with a fucking sheriff next to me, just doing his own thing, not caring about me. So, of course, I had to do the fucking go inside and make it look like I wasn't just fucking parked there
Huh?
or whatever. I convinced myself to, and then I went home and my ex was fucking flipping out, like, "Where the fuck have you been?" "Oh, I was just sleeping. Mind the Come and Go down
Write
the
it
street."
off like it's not a big deal.
"Yeah, I'm home, I'm safe. I couldn't drive anymore, so I stopped, and sorry I passed out before I could call you."
Take a second to reflect on this next question. What's the toughest conversation that you've had with somebody that you care about during your entire process, whether it be the heart of the addiction or after the addiction or recognizing like anything? What's the toughest single conversation that you've had with somebody that you actually care about?
That's a good one. Probably my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like, when you take an action that fucks somebody up so bad that it just, like, tanks your relationship and, like and it would like, this action and it didn't there was no, like, purpose to it. It was just like, "Well, I wanted to do this." And then, like, hearing their reaction and hearing the fucking pain in their voice when they tell you, like, that was a boundary and you fucking ran through it. Like, "You don't care. You don't love me. If you did, you wouldn't have done this." And having that conversation, like, talk about, like, ripping your heart out, just, like, fucking slapping it on the table, like, "Well," and then, like, you do everything you can to not say "I'm sorry" for the fucking 200th time, you know? And then you, like and if they got enough patience or if you have to take a break or whatever, but to, like, talk it out with them. Like, we had a fucking individual I had an individual come to Jesus moment. Some of the situations that I put her through that, there's a lot of things that probably wouldn't have happened had I not taken a certain action, early in our relationship, and just saying that out loud removed from her, um, a bunch of self-doubt and guilt and shame from her.
From the ongoing essentially gaslighting.
Yeah. Yeah, and basically coming to terms with, like, well, had I not done that, we probably wouldn't be where we're at right now with this terrible communication or whatever. And, a vast majority of this is my fault. Like, I'm not I'm not here to die on a cross or anything as far as my marriage goes, but a lot of it is my fault. Like, my wife has been pretty fucking good to me and our kids, and just one of the most amazing people that I've ever known as far as, like, her ability to self-sacrifice to a detriment, right?
Yeah.
I think every woman has the ability to.
Hey, what are you laughing at, Lindsay?
That's why we gotta do when was the last time you ate? When was the last time you drank some drink, you know? Where's your water bottle? "Oh, I haven't filled it up today." "Oh, it's 3, what the fuck?" You know? 'Cause they're just running, taking care of us and the kids and whatnot. It's like, gotta stop and ask your girl how your girl's doing sometimes, but she just fucking rocks, and she doesn't even realize it, man, because of her stuff that she's gotta talk to her therapist about, right? Like, her self-doubts and her self-shame, and she feels like she's lacking. She feels like when she's not. Like, I will tell her to her fucking face, and I will grab her, and I'll be like, "Babe, you're doing great. Thank you for busting your ass, X, Y, or Z, or whatever," you know? And she's like, "Yeah, I could be doing so much more." No, you can't. Can you make more time? No. You just get done what you gotta get done. If the baby wants to cuddle with you on the fucking couch all day, that's fine. I can do dishes. I can fold clothes. Not as good as you, but I can fucking make. I'll at least get him to the fucking get him through the washer dryer in the basket upstairs.
Yeah, I can do that. And then they go
Yeah.
straight to the hangers.
Yeah, nah, I don't do hangers with my clothes. I just fold everything. Fuck that.
I cannot fold. My folding is the wadded ball. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Sam
yeah,
doesn't
little-
love folding.
I got the pile of clothes next to my dresser. They got like one more use in them. Like my shorts that I like to wear at home. I got some Dickies Cholo looking shorts
Dickies Cholo. What's
Yeah.
up, bato? Chinga.
that are like just like my fucking comfy shorts and then like my gym shorts, and they'll hang out there for a week,
Oh, yeah.
for
I
like 2 or
mean,
3 hours a day.
yeah, that's the comfy clothes at home.
But we wouldn't be the family we are today if it wasn't for her and the work that she's put in and the cute shit that she's done throughout the house. And I got to step my game up to support her in that. And I've been a really shitty uh partner in the past, and I've gotten a lot better recently, but there's always work to be done, right? You can
Yeah.
always get better. And part of the reason why it's difficult to get better is because we can't talk to each other because of X, Y, or Z in the past and whatnot. So we got to work through that before we can get to the other solutions. Da, 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 da. And I think our most recent shit, we had a lot of breakthroughs. So I'm really looking forward to the future with her. I'm so excited. for
Yeah.
The future with my wife.
Every day is an
That's awesome.
opportunity to put
Dude.
yourself 1% better.
Yeah, dude.
It is.
Fucking even if it's a negative day, I just talk to her about it. Like, hey, I got maybe 10%. I'm gonna go downstairs, fucking print 3D print something or whatever, play games. Can you fucking cover me and I'll cover you tomorrow or whatever? Like, yeah.
You know, you're the second person
awesome.
I've heard that approaches things with that tactic where I'm only at so many percent today, and I'm just letting you know that I'm not all there and I'm not super focused, you know, and I'm gonna need your help.
Yeah. Like I know we talked about doing some things tonight and I'm not there.
Yeah.
Can we reschedule or do something the other night? Or like, yeah, we can still do the thing, but I'm not gonna be there. I'm still thinking about work or I got this on my mind or whatever. And that's just some of the communication stuff that we're still working on and really haven't gotten nailed down. We probably never will, but we're getting a
You totally can, trust me, man.
I mean, that's great communication, though, to just let your partner know just where you're at.
Oh yeah, and like we used to just snap at each other. Like she'd say some shit and then I would just fucking immediately be defensive.
Yeah.
Didn't mean anything about it. That was just my interpretation of her interpretation of what I said about her. But and then it's this fucking weird ass snowball effect of monkeys throwing shit at each
Yep.
other, and then we're just covered in shit, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
And then just look back like, what just
Recognizing-
happened?
Recognizing that defensive stance in yourself or in your
Mhm.
partner. If you recognize it in your partner, you're aware now I need to back the fuck off. I can see that there's a defensive stance, and when those guards
Mhm.
are up, those guardrails are on and all around,
Yeah,
you're not going anywhere. It's
Well-
the fucking conversation is gonna amount to shit.
dude. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you said this, but what I heard and felt
Yep.
was this.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
You said you're hungry, but what I heard is I never feed you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
simple as shit like that.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
that's like the human mind is is the great filter, and we're designed to be able to do that to our detriment sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, what are you actually saying?
Mhm.
This isn't about you being hungry, is it? This isn't about me not putting the toothbrush back or putting the cap on the
Yeah.
toothpaste.
Man.
What's this?
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to stop by throughtherough.net to check out our latest episodes, merchandise, and hit that donation tab to keep content coming. See you again next week.